Nobody cares about your height. You know, sometimes when I love that worshiper, my son here, when he gets the mic, God, you know, they say up and down, that's God, you can't argue. But going this way, this is man. But I tell you the truth, when he gets the mic, he can make 1,000 men shout. It's not about height, it's about the God that you carry. And I didn't say you are short. I know you in the spirit, you are very tall. You are a Goliath in the spirit. So it's not about the height. Somebody says it's not about the height. Have you realized many people are caught up in mood swings? Oh, I don't like my forehead. Oh, I don't like my nose. I don't like my legs. Listen, nobody cares about your nose and your forehead. When you begin to know yourself in the spirit, you will discover it's not about the size of the nose. It's not about the color. It's not about the body physique. It's about the anointing and the mandate of Elohim upon your life. All these are biases of men. That this is how beauty looks like. This is how handsome men look like. Some years back, being handsome, ulikuwa unanyoanga sideburns unaileta hivi kalaini. Siku hizi sasa ni beard gang. And some of us, we cannot fulfill destiny. Because even the beards have refused to gather and assemble. They are not gathering in order. Tell your neighbor it's not about the form. Because I want to deal with the form before I even come to the mind. Because many of us have permitted the flesh to become our limitation. Sometimes I read a book called Get Out of Your Own Way. The barrier of the flesh has become something that has made many people not to experience the spiritual expression of who they are. Sometimes heaven watches humanity on earth with tears. Because the man God created is not the man becoming. Because the enemy has perpetually invested in the form. And I tell you, there is nothing that people have invested intelligence on as the form. Because everyone knows without the form, I'm not relevant on the earth. That is called the law of realms. Spirits cannot enter earth without a body. So you need the form to access earth. But that does not mean the form limits the operation of the spirit. You see, I needed a car to come to church. But that does not mean that the car ought to limit my worship. When I come, people always say, "Do your gari ya pasi," meaning that your gari is your mimi. Ioni garia. That body is privileged to carry you. It's a privilege for that body to carry you. And you need to take care of it because you don't have another form. And you need to understand that body is tuned with a few things and you have to govern them. Because when the enemy came, he messed up the territory called the earth. So man must understand how to live with the form. But the greatest revelation is the revelation of creation. Now,